Hey everyone and welcome. Today we are with my Peugeot 508 and I want to replace the head unit of the Multimedia, the original one, because as you can see, let me show you one big problem I have with this Multimedia. So here is a video of me. Here is one of my videos. This is about my Peugeot 204 from 1972, and when I press the play button it takes about 3 seconds. Not new to the channel, you already know I restored it for the last video until I have any response from the head unit. So I hate this delay, I hate this lag, and it cost me in playing songs, and also whenever I make a phone call it starts only about 2 or 3 seconds after the person on the other side respond to the phone. So I ordered from AliExpress just a generic Multimedia. It came with a wiring harness, and I just wanted to play music from my Bluetooth and maybe have a navigation application. Also I want to reserve the original functions like the distance sensors. So let's get started. The work is different from vehicle to vehicle, but the principles are similar. You need to start removing the plastic trim around the existing screen. Do it carefully and with plastic trim removal tools so as not to scratch or harm the trim. In this case, there are several Torx 20 screws that needs to be removed. First of all, there are 2 Torx screws that are above the vents. And another 4 screws that holds the screen in place. 2 connectors are connected to it. We will disconnect them, and then there are also 2 screws that are behind the central control panel. I press on these 2 plastic covers and then I get access to 2 Torx 20 screws. After removing them, you can pull out the control panel and disconnect the single connector connected to it. Behind the control panel there is the control unit and the CD player. We will also disconnect it by removing 2 screws that fix it in place. All of the radio's original wiring harness is connected to the control unit. We will have to use it to install the aftermarket system that I got. Please note that when you order an aftermarket product, make sure that it fits your specific model. Sometimes within the same model there are differences between original systems, so make sure you order the right one. In my case, I disconnected all the connectors and I will show you which one of them I will use. The control unit can be kept aside just in case, but we won't be using it anymore. You can see that together with the system I ordered come all kinds of wiring, and each harness has a different connector, so you can't get confused between them. Let's start by connecting the central power supply and locking it with its lever. Its harness is also connected to a CAN bus adapter that communicates with the vehicle computer for necessary functions such as the parking sensor and additional data on the vehicle like fuel consumption. We will continue to connect the antenna. You can verify on the back of the new screen where each connector connects to get an idea of what it should look like. For example, this short harness is supposed to connect to the reverse camera, which is not installed in my case. In this harness, there are 2 of them for an external USB outlet. There are 2 additional antennas that come with the system. One is a GPS antenna and the other one is a 4G antenna, in case you want to use a SIM card. In my case, I use hotspot. Before we connect the microphone to the Multimedia, we will mount it in a desired location, in this case above the pillar trim, and we will hide the cable behind the dashboard trim. I also hid the external USB cable through a hole inside the glove box from which I had access to the inner part of the dashboard. I stuck the 4G antenna that comes with double-sided adhesive to the inside of the dashboard, in case I want to use it in the future. Now that all the harnesses are ready to be installed in the area where the screen is supposed to be, we will connect each connector to its place on the screen unit. And before we put everything back together, we will check that the screen is indeed responsive and working. Let's connect the phone's Bluetooth. We'll go through the various sources until we got to the Bluetooth. And here I go again to the YouTube video, and this time I no longer have a delay. We will put everything back together in reverse order. First the 4 screws that holds the screen in place, and then the other plastic parts. Before I put the central control panel back together, I checked the radio reception and the control from the panel. I noticed that there was no good radio reception at all. The solution was simple. You have to change the antenna connection from the white connector to the gray connector.
או טיולים בחול המועד בלי פקקים. ועכשיו תדמיינו...
I use a piece of styrofoam that comes with the screen to fill the empty space that was created, so I don't have any rattling noise from vibration. And then I put back the control panel with its two torque screws and also put their cover back in place. Now we're left with returning the air vent stream back to place, which is connected with two screws, and the plastic trim that is across the dashboard. A few clicks fix it in place. Now we will make sure that the original function have been preserved. You can already see on the screen that there is a warning about an open door, and we got the fuel consumption and trim computer showing, and also the original parking sensors works as well. If this video helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. There are many more videos on the channel that are worth watching. Any questions you have, you can ask in the comments and I will try to answer. See you next time.